So this is a game that I saw when I was visiting my family in San Francisco, and I actually wanted to have the original audio, but unfortunately I can't because there's a lot of other arcade games going on at the same time, and music. It was like in a mall and stuff like that, and I couldn't really do anything about it. But anyways, what this is it's a game where you flip a table. Now, the game has multiple scenarios where you can flip tables in different ways and different places and so forth. But if you don't know what the table flipping thing is, it's sort of like a Japanese meme that spread over into other countries. And basically, it's like you get really pissed off and you flip a table. So the reason why this works is because in Japan, when you sit down at a table, you know, when you're on your knees and so forth, well, there you go, I guess flip the table. This is basically actually at a funeral here, but I'm going to explain this in a minute. When you're in Japan and you're sitting down to eat, unlike, you know, a lot of other countries and stuff like that, where you're sitting in a chair at a table, a lot of people in Japan sit on their knees and then have a table that's at knee height, and then they sit there like that. Well, such a small table is, of course, much easier to flip, of course, from that position too, than it would be a, you know, Western dinner table with chairs and so forth. So because of that, you know, there became this like sort of meme there where people would just literally reach down, flip the table, and be done with it. And so apparently this is actually the second in a series of games, believe it or not. But you basically reach down, you grab the table, and you flip it as hard as you can. And then I guess you come back to life if you do it good enough. There you go. But there's multiple scenarios though, and like I said, this one was at a funeral here. And it gives you the statistics of what you did and how good you did it and so forth, and I guess you get money for it, and then and then it shows you how far you knocked people out for it and stuff like that, and a bunch of other stuff that I don't actually really understand. But we're going to go more into another scenario here. Now, in this scenario, we have got a person at a fast food restaurant who apparently is very, very irritated with their job. And so you got people here that you're working with, and they're being derps, and you got people who are ordering food and they're complaining and whatever else and so forth. And so you just had just about enough. But from what I was told here by one of the employees at the arcade, you basically keep on slapping the table instead of actually flipping it first. And when you slap it, it tells people you're pissed off, and you're supposed to try and get their attention with this every time as much as you can. Like, you got to let them kind of wait a minute, and then you slap it again, and then you slap it again. And then finally, when you really just want to give it to them, you just pick up the table and just flip it as hard as you can, as long as you've got time left. You've only got 60 seconds to do it. So I don't really know what them blinking red means. Maybe it's an alert that you have to do it really quick or something like that. But the time is running down, and at the last second... Okay, wait, no, it's not. I don't know what the time thing is there. But yeah, so now the woman's getting mad that she's not getting her food. Her face is getting heavily distorted as if it wasn't already. And you pretty much notice they're going completely insane, which means it's time to flip the table, and I flipped the table. And there you go. Now the thing is on like a, you know, sort of mechanical system. So when you flip it, it's not going to just like, you know, literally flip out of the like arcade machine. It's actually attached to the arcade machine. And so look at that pelvis thrust when they threw it. Jesus. So basically when you're doing it, it's kind of a weird motion because like when you put a lot of power into it, it actually slams back down immediately afterwards. So it doesn't feel too much like actually flipping a table, but then again, I'm not really thinking they were going for the simulation aspect here considering the gameplay. So this woman is so surprised that you just blew away that food 50 miles away that pretty much she's just stunned, and the kid's stunned, and a taxi just crashed into the building because they all just couldn't believe it. So here's all your rewards for your valiant effort at flipping this, and it also shows how far the stuff went. I managed to get a cup or something like that way the hell out there somehow. So you can see that right there by the distance, and it's really just a bizarre game, to say the least. Extremely bizarre. So, you know. But, yeah, if you guys want more of this, I have more videos of me doing the table flipping simulator game. I'd be happy to send them to you. But, or not send them to you. I'd be happy to upload them. Sorry about the Skype, by the way. I forgot to mute it. But, yeah, that is the table flipping simulator. I got a silver on that one. I got a silver. I am a badass table flipper. But that is about it. Oh, and second on the machine. God damn, I've got a career in table flipping. But thanks for watching as usual.